Well, howdy doody there, nerds. As you can see, here we are in our castle, and it's been a while since I've actually had a ramble, a little bit of a chat with you guys, and I figured, hey, why not? So as always, remember to check out the description for all the fun things, connect with me and all that fun stuff, glean contest, nonsense, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Either way, let's talk about weapon refines, because that's one thing that everyone constantly brings up whenever there's a new update. A lot of you always question and ask, Sages, who do you think should get a weapon? Who deserves a weapon? Who gets a, weapon refinement? Things like that. So, I figured I would just go with the top 3 that are on my list, because I felt it was kind of obvious. So, I'm talking, of course, about the trio that you get at the start. The Oscar trio, whatever you want to call them. Anna, Sharina, and Alphonse. Obviously, a lot of you really do love them. I have been quite lazy in leveling them up. I'm actually doing that now. I'm getting them to 5 stars. I'm getting them all sorted out, decked out, and ready to go. But, well, I think it's kind of time for IS to at least address these characters, because as time is going on and on and on, I'm realizing more than ever that a lot of these characters are kind of falling a little bit, at least. Not so much everyone, but I'm sure everyone will make a joke about Alphonse, so let's just talk about why at least Alphonse might need a weapon refinement. And yes, I know, I'm still being extremely lazy with him. I have not really taken him too far, but let's just go over this real quick, okay? So, first off, foremost, I'm just going to say the reason why this is. Alphonse, of course, is the one character that everyone goes, oh, he's a bench warmer or something like that. But simply put, his weapon, Volkvanger, I don't know if I'm actually saying that correctly, Falkvanger? I don't, someone's gonna. Anyways, at the start of turn, it's basically, I guess you could call that Defiant Attack? I think that's like Defiant Attack 2, which Defiant abilities are, well, especially nowadays with Brazens as they are, and a lot of the other things that are coming with it. Yeah, you can definitely see how this is taking a serious hit on some of these characters. Not only is it, impossible to merge characters like Alphonse, they don't have IVs and things like that. They're still useful, of course. They're story characters, they're characters you get to keep. I was wondering exactly what's going to be happening with that, because last time we addressed this, last time we talked about it, I said, it would be kind of cool if maybe instead of just giving them a straight, like upgrade or something, or adding them to the pool, maybe instead we give them a class upgrade or something, and then the weapon refinement system came out like a few months after that. What I'm trying to say here is, their weapons definitely need a bigger touch, a broader stroke. And I'm always constantly looking and hoping that maybe, just maybe, they'll touch Alphonse, they'll touch Sharina, they'll touch Anna. Because look at that. Defiant Attack, 2, if I recall correctly. That is not going to help him. That is not going to really push him too far. In fact, normally, nowadays, when it comes to these characters, chances are you run something like Slaying Edge, or, slaying weapons in general just seem to really push these and any character a little bit further, unless, of course, there's something like, the new weapons that are, hey, it's a Slaying Edge effect, but an additional ability with it. So, yeah. What I'm trying to say here is, that ability is terrible. They really need to fix this, and that's not the only thing that we're really talking about. In fact, I would have to say that the only real strong effect that I honestly take a look at, like Nautun here, not pronouncing that correctly again, just saying, if the unit's HP, it's basically escape route in her weapon form. If she's below a certain health threshold, she can, teleport to another ally. Again, not a very strong weapon, not a very strong ability at all. Something that I feel, it kind of is something of a bygone era. Back in that day, back when the heroes started, a lot of these weapons were just kind of experiments, it felt like. Fujin Yumi still kind of had that issue with it. That's kind of why everyone moved away from that and started using different weapons. That's why, eventually, when Skill Inheritance came out, Brave Bows were everywhere and things like that. Nautun, Folkvanger, and all that are going to be replaced. In fact, I'm pretty sure most Annas, if you're really going to build an Anna like this, you're probably going to go with Slaying Axe. The next thing, Sharina actually probably got one of the better weapon enhancements. Hers is essentially Threat and Attack 2, which is very useful, actually. That is a very nice ability to have, and it will be even better if maybe we can get a refine for it. So, if there's anything that can make me extremely happy when it comes to heroes, and something that I think IS needs to really do, and this is something I keep putting in feedback whenever I decide to do some of these rambles, is focusing on the free characters. Because the more we bridge the gap, the more that power creep starts to grow. These characters are going to start falling by the wayside, and you kind of have to use them in a lot of quests, too. I'm still not looking forward to Takumi's quest when he comes up, because, you know, Evil Takumi's Grand Hero Battle, you're probably going to have to use one of these three. And, God help us all. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just, oh, that's going to be interesting. Hopefully they can handle themselves, but whenever it comes down to this, I think we need to focus on the Asker trio when it comes to weapon refinements. I don't know about you guys. Do tell me what you think in the comments below. This is just a ramble again. Do tell me what you think.
What was that?
Aw.
Sneak attack?
Aw. I don't know. Was it? Either way. Thank you guys for listening to this ramble. And maybe one day in the future, we'll get these characters, you know, a little bit more love. And I figured it would just be something nice to just kind of have a conversation about. Because at the end of the day, we're still stuck with them. Ah!